A few questions on fundraising for you. The big story this week for us who watch campaigns is that the second quarter fundraising reports are due. Give me your assessment of how your candidates did this quarter specifically.
Well, I think Republican candidates are running very strong and raising a significant amount of money. I think that's also an indication of the energy and the support that they're getting and the desire that voters have for change in Washington, D.C. In modern politics, particularly at the national level, you're going to have a number of different people participating in these elections, including the party committees, the DSCC, the NRSC. You're going to have independent groups, the Chamber, 527 groups, 501c4s, and the like. I remember when Scott Brown's election took place in Massachusetts on the 19th of January. At the last few days, we were looking at whether or not we were going to make an independent expenditure in that state, and I was told there are 13 different groups advertising for and against the candidates, and it's become basically white noise. So running campaigns is about the message, it's about the messenger, it's about the discipline candidates show, it's about campaign tactics, but it's also, I think, about timing, and I think the timing this year is going to be very good for Republican candidates.
A big part is the money that you can spend on your candidates. I know the committee fundraising reports are due on Tuesday, I believe. What is your July report going to look like?
You know, it's somewhere north of $4 million, but I can't tell you the exact number because I don't remember, but I think that's about right. But our numbers have been strong. We're up about 20% or more over where we were 2 years ago at this time. But it's people ask in politics, how much money do you need to win this election? And I always said, well, as much as we can raise, because you never know what the circumstances are going to be. But our biggest challenge is going to be allocation this time, because we have so many competitive races. Charlie Cook just put California and Wisconsin in the toss-up category. The two Republicans running against Patty Murray out in Washington State are leading that incumbent, longtime incumbent, under, I think, a Rasmussen poll. And I mean, this is an extraordinary electoral environment, and there are going to be more opportunities, and frankly, I'm afraid we're going to be able to take advantage of.
One follow-up, if you don't mind. North of $4 million. I know back in the fall, your committee was down to the DSCC about 2-to-1 in terms of cash on hand. Do you think this movement in cash on hand that you've seen is due to Republican donors channeling their money to the NRCC, the NRSC, as opposed to the RNC? Do you see donors avoiding Michael Steele and the RNC to bring their money to you?
Well, we are where the action is. Of course, in a midterm election, congressional races are where the action is. In a presidential election year, the RNC is being the titular, party committee for the presidential nominee would tend to get more attention. But it's no secret the RNC's had some problems this time, and frankly, we have reached out to major donors and said, you know what, for this cycle, we would encourage you to contribute to the Senate committee because of the structure of the Senate, because of the importance of 41 votes. Every additional vote we were able to get in the Senate is going to be our chance to reorder the balance of power in Washington, D.C., and it seems to be a message that people are accepting and responding to.